even. So I'm going to record this and see if we can do anything with the video. Also, who is there? Roy. I can see Roy is there. Roy, was ist der 4. Tag der Woche?
4. Donnerstag?
Genau, sehr gut. So a normal complete sentence would be der 4. Tag der Woche heißt Donnerstag. Super, Calvin, I can see you there. Calvin, was ist der 5. Tag der Woche?
Der 5. Tag der Woche heißt Freitag.
Freitag, super. Julian, was ist der 6. Tag der Woche?
Der 6. Tag der Woche heißt Samstag.
Samstag, sehr gut. Und Brad, was ist Mittwoch? Was ist Mittwoch?
Mittwoch ist der 3. Tag der Woche.
Super, ist der 3. Tag der Woche. Gabriel, was ist Sonntag?
Sonntag ist der 7. Tag der Woche.
Der 7. Tag der Woche. Excellent. So 7 is another little exception because we took the number 7 and we kind of erased the en, right? So it's not siebente, it's siebte. So what you guys need to memorize is der 1., der 2., der 3. And then siebte is a tiny bit of exception. Macht das Sinn? Ist alles logisch? Ja, nein. Yeah, this is weird because again, I understand why 20 people don't want to speak at the same time. So let's keep moving. We're going to work with these things a little bit.
Peter?
Ja.
Ich habe eine Frage.
Bitte.
Wie schreiben Sie the last day of the week?
Der letzte Tag der Woche. Let me see what I can do. Again, this is all new to me. Let's see. So if I do this, oh, this is horrible. Text, there we go, text. Okay. Der letzte Tag der Woche. Der letzte. So if you start with der erste, dann der letzte. Danke, das war eine sehr gute Frage, David. Okay, Chrome, genau. Okay, so do you see how normally we add te, right? Der erste, der zweite, der dritte, and so on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, in German, when you write down the number instead of te or th in English, you just put a period, like look at the 1st of March, der 1. März. You can write it out as der 1. März, or you write a 1 and then you put a period. I highlighted it with red. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, der 1. März. So what is the 2nd of March?
Der
Zweite.
Nee, der 2. The second, right? Zweite. Der 2. What about the 12th of March?
Zwölfte.
Der 12. Richtig. So der 12. März. Oh, wow. Oh mein Gott. Mein Gott, was ist los hier? Did I do that? Okay, der 12. März. Was ist mit der wievielte ist das? Das ist der
15.
15. Richtig. So all you do is take the number and you add t to it, right? 15. Der wievielte ist das, Elena? Das ist der...
Das ist 19. März.
Very good. But take a look at the example right here. Der 19. And it's super important that we say it correctly. Der 19. Super. So das ist der 19. März. So here you see the actual formula. You take the number, whatever it is, and you simply add te to it. So we had vier, so we had te, vier te. We have 10, we have 10 te, right?
Yeah.
Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
Now that works
Yeah.
for numbers between 1 and 19. For all the numbers that are 20 or higher, instead of te, you add ste with one
Yeah.
extra letter here, ste.
Uh-huh.
So you would say der 19. But if you talk
19.
about March 20th, you're going to say, das ist der 20. And then it works in exactly the same way for all the higher numbers. So the 21st would be der 21. Okay, can you guys please, you know what, actually I'm going to mute everyone and I'm going to ask you guys to, okay, mute all, and I'm going to ask you guys to repeat after me. We don't want to kind of clutter the space there. So everybody repeat after me and say it with me. Januar, Januar, Februar, März, März, April, April, Mai, Juni, Juli, August, September, October,
October.
November,
My mom's calling.
November.
December.
Hello.
December.
December.
Super. I just wanted to hear who is repeating things with me and who is not. Super. I unmuted everybody in case you didn't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so serious. I'm doing an online class right now.
Well, this is quite interesting to see what else is going on in the background. Okay, well, these are some challenges of online teaching. Okay, if I ask you the following question, der wievielte ist heute? Der wievielte is an interesting structure. It is the how many is today. Wie viel, what's going on? Der wievielte ist heute? Or the same thing is welches Datum? Welches Datum ist heute? So if I ask you welches Datum ist heute, what are you going to answer?
Heute ist der 19.
Der 19. März. Super. Heute ist der 19. März. Richtig. What if I ask you, welches Datum war gestern? So let me ask Vicky. Vicky, welches Datum war gestern? Okay, Vicky isn't there. Roy.
Gestern ist der 18. März.
Genau. So let's take a look. Der what is going on? Der 18. Right? So it's important that we start with der and then we end with te. So der 18. März.
Der 18.
Der 18. März. Oh, this sucks. So, der 18. März. Okay, heute, gestern war der 18. März. What if we talk about, what if we talk about the day that was before yesterday? Welches Datum war vorgestern?
Vorgestern war
Der
Vorgestern war der, it's important to say der.
Der
17.
17.
März.
Genau, der 17. März. It's important that you say der and then 17. Excellent. Welches Datum ist morgen? Tomorrow. Welches Datum ist morgen?
Morgen.
Morgen
Is
All right, you know what, guys? Let's do the following. I'm going to ask one person to say the answer, because obviously we can't hear 20 people if they talk at the same time. So I'm going to mute all, and then I'm going to ask individual people, then you unmute yourself and answer the question. So, welches Datum ist morgen? Bitte, Aid.
Morgen ist 20. März.
Sehr gut, but you forgot der. So morgen is
Oh,
der
der.
20. März. That is very important. Okay, and let me ask Ada there. Ada, welches Datum ist übermorgen? So be after tomorrow. Ada, hallo?
Hello. Übermorgen ist der übermorgen ist der 21. März.
21. März. Super. Let's do a couple more. Wann ist der Valentinstag? Grace, bitte. Wann ist der Valentinstag? You got an easy one because you just read the answer off the screen here.
Der Valentinstag ist am 14. Februar.
Sehr gut. So am 14. So notice that before we were saying es ist der 19. Right? Now, if I'm asking you when something is, you're going to answer with is the preposition, and then you're going to add, what is going on? You're going to add it with sten. So the formula is the same. The rule is actually the same. The rule is the same, but the only difference is that now when something takes place on a specific date, we are going to end it with n. Right? So you would say der 14. Februar, but if something happens on that day, you would have to say on 14. So instead of the article, we are saying the preposition and the ending is n. But the same rule applies when it comes to, oh my God, how do I turn this off? The same rule applies about clear. Come on. Numbers 1 to 19 or 20 plus. So let's take a look. If something happens on the 1st, you're going to say am ersten. If something happens on the 3rd, am dritten. Or on the 10th, am 10. But if something is on the 20th, am 20. And so on. So let's practice this a bit. Don't worry, I'm going to guide you through that. So if I'm going to ask you, wann ist Weihnachten? When is Christmas? You're going to answer, it is on the 24th. How can you say on the 24th? And let me ask, oh, come on, I have to learn how to do this. Let me ask Julia. Julia, wann ist Weihnachten?
Weihnachten ist am 24. Pardon?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Ist am 24.
Very good. And then we can continue. In English, we don't say it like that. In English, you have to say on the 24th of December. But in German, you can keep going. You can say am 24. 12. So on the 24th, 12th. So, Julia, how would you say that thing fully in German? Wann ist Weihnachten?
Weihnachten ist am 24. 12.
So look at the title here. If the question is wann, you're going to answer am, and you're going to end in 10 or sten. So am 24. 12. Let me ask Jessica there. Jessica, wann ist Silvester? So Silvester is the new year. Wann ist Silvester?
Oh.
Ja, hallo Jessica, wann ist Silvester? Okay, ja, kein Problem. Luke, you're there. Luke, wann ist Silvester? Luke? I guess these are some of the beauties of online teachings. Luke, can you hear us? Nee, Rita, wann ist Silvester?
Silvester ist am 31.
31. Excellent. 31.
12.
12. Now, why are we saying am 31. with the S? When it comes to 12, there is no S. Why is that? Because of, so am 21. we're here, and therefore we're adding the S. 12 is right here. So for 12, we don't add the S. So am 21. 12. Wann ist das Ende des Semesters? Rosetta, bitte. Wann ist das Ende des Semesters?
Das Ende des Semesters am 7.
Aha, 7.
7.
Aha, 7.
2.
Sehr gut, am 7.2. So Rachel asked, do we say am 12th? No, am 12th. Because 12 is right here. 12 is right here, so you don't add this 10. So am 12th, but if it's on the 21st, am 21. And so on. Let's do a couple more. Wann ist das Examen im Deutschkurs? Wann ist das Examen im Deutschkurs? Nikita, bitte, wann ist das Examen im Deutschkurs?
Die Examen im Deutschkurs ist am 5.
Am 5. It would be like this, am 5.
Oh, 15.
Almost. So the, how do I annotate this? So the number is 5. Say, oh, this is awful. 15. I can't. 15. So am 15. And then this number?
Am 15. 14.
Sehr gut. So let me just type it. Am 15.4. Am 15.4. So I know this is pretty confusing because you have to keep in mind if a number is between 1 and 19 or 20 plus, but you just have to kind of get used to it. The other important part is the ending. So if something happens on a day, you say and then you give the ending n. If you're just saying that something is a specific date, then you just say der 29. or te and so on. Okay, haben Sie Fragen? Do you guys have questions for me?
Nine.
And I know it's confusing and nobody really wants to come forward now in front of the other 29 people online. So why don't we do it this way? I'm going to cancel the Top Hat presentation here. And this is what I have for you guys to do at home. So we didn't get to the story. And again, this format is very new to me. So you can ignore the story. We'll do the story on Monday then. But what was I going to say? Okay, introduction, here we go. Front matter. So front matter, this folder has the stuff that you need to check out regularly. And we have Zahlen and Ordinalzahlen. So these are, I made them available as homework. So Zahlen is general explanation and some exercises for numbers when you need to write them down. So it's a good review. We have a couple of exercises and we finish with a text about Germany. And then Ordinalzahlen, cardinal numbers, no, Ordinalzahlen is what we learned today when you add ste or sten. And we have a couple of exercises here too. So naming the characters on the pictures, and a text about Maruna in a restaurant. So, Dankeschön. Again, I'm sorry about this format. Julian is asking what will exam be like? The exam will have a bunch, it will be open book, obviously, because you're going to do it at home. You will have a bunch of exercises from Top Hat on various topics from the beginning of the term. up until where we stop. And I assume, because we have 2 more weeks ahead of us, I assume that we will do at least chapter M, so 3 stories in M, and then probably chapter N. So that's what will be on the exam. Gut, haben Sie noch mehr Fragen für mich?
Do we have any written assignment for Monday due at all?
Yes, so when you go to Avenue, I tried to lay it out as transparent as I could. So I went chronologically. So this is today. This is the quiz that we wrote today. This is Montag, der 23. März. This is your Schreiben 4. This is your exercise. To submit it, you go to assessments, assignments. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so Schreiben, you go here and you submit. Oh, that wasn't, you weren't supposed to see that. That's how you submit the assessments, the assignment. And then the TA will mark it. So this is where you submit the assignment. So Aid asked Herr Penner, I did the exercise for Kapitel E. It has reappeared for me. Okay. Honestly, I'm not sure why Top Hat is doing that. So again, these exercises are meant more for practice. And if you say that you did them, then I trust you that you did. So Jacqueline is asking, der zweite or am zweiten? So a good question from Jacqueline. Am I going to say zweite or zweiter, zweiten? So the answer is, if you are, you know what, let me share. And I know that we're already, guys, it's 5:20, it's after 5:20. So if you don't have questions, feel free to just hang up and do your things. If you have questions for me, I'm happy to help you out. So stick around and participate in what we're going to talk about. So we're going to come back to this. So to answer Jacqueline's question, how do I erase this stuff? Okay, eraser, good. So we have the number zwei, right? If you're saying that something is the second, let's say the second day or the second exam, then you're going to say a day, der zweite. If something happens on the second, then you're going to say am zweiten. And the difference is that here you're using the nominative case, and here you are using the accusative case, actually the dative case, but that's beyond the point. It doesn't matter what you're using. Am zweiten. So this N is there because of am zweiten. Now for answering the homework for Ordinalzahlen, you have to decide, are they talking about 2 or are they talking about the second? So the question was, in the exercises, are we expected to use ordinal? Well, ordinal numbers or cardinal numbers? Well, it depends. It depends on the meaning. It's like in English. If they're saying 2, if you're expected to write down the number 2, then you write 2. If it's the second, then der zweite. So I'm going to mute everyone, and yeah, if you have a question, unmute and ask something. For Nummer 7, it asks, I think, what rows is he between, but he is not between rows, or does it mean? Let's take a look. Wow, you're fast. Glückwunsch steht zwischen der. Oh, he's in between rows. Oh, well, even lines like Nummer 1 and Nummer 2. So he's between the first and the second row. Ada asks, are the ordinal numbers and the name of months interchangeable? Absolutely. So if you say Weihnachten ist am 24.12., the German mind kind of knows that the 12th month is December. Yes. In German, you can use them interchangeably. So you're equally likely to say am 24. Dezember and am 24.12. and it doesn't make much of a difference.
Herr Penner?
Yeah.
Are the classes next week or until the end of the semester going to be on Zoom as well?
Well, I have no idea. I just started this. And again, the university gives us zero guidance as to what we are expected to do. So I will try to keep these answers. I'm sorry, to keep these classes the way we're doing right now, but I have no idea how to proceed from this, and nobody can tell me. So by default, let's assume that the classes will be like this in this format, but we might need to change that depending on a million other factors. I am recording this, so I will post this video online. I have no idea if it's going to be of any use to anyone, but yeah, we're going to see that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Jacqueline, bitte. Ja, super. Bitte schön. Haben Sie noch Fragen für mich? Bitte schön. Ja, okay. Dann war das alles. Also, tschüss.